I have turned off my Bluetooth. Thank you very much. That's Goggy who's just gone in saying can't hear you. So thank you very, very much. There's the beauty of live broadcasting, I suppose. Can hear you. He says great. That's wonderful. So let me start that all over again. That probably sounds really, really terrible. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Combe Valley Campers Q&A live here in my garage. And if you haven't watched before, my name's Leigh. I'm the host of the Combe Valley Campers YouTube channel, and every Sunday, as best as possible, as much as we can fit in, we do a live Q&A to answer your questions regarding camper vans, camper van conversions, working on vans, travel, all sorts of things like that. So ask me the questions, leave comments down below. Ask me questions regarding van conversion, maybe diesel heaters, electrics, interiors, carpet lining, insulation, whatever it might be. I am here to answer your questions. And we thought we'd mix it up a little bit, but like I say, working in our garage. And right here is my 1969 bay window camper, which is my restoration project in my garage. Now, the reason I'm filming at this funny angle is because that's the wall right there. That is the wall right there. When I can get that magnetized and that works, there we go. That's the wall right there, and I don't have a lot of room in here. So what I thought we'd do today is actually work on removing these windows, because if you've seen any of our previous videos, we've been cleaning up the inside of the van because this was a complete mess. It was like a rat infested area. And what we've done, we've started cleaning up this area here. You can see what it once looked like back there. And we've been cleaning up the area, so it all starting to look really, really nice. Just because we need to gauge what it looks like so we can work on it moving forward. Now, one of the things I want to do today, and I thought it would be something new to you, is actually removing these windows. And I'll show you a bit more in detail about them later. But, I mean, these are window rubbers that hold the window in, and they're not rubbers anymore, they're like hard plastic. So the only option we've got for actually removing these windows is just cutting them out. So I've got my trusty Stanley knife here with fresh blades. In fact, I'll go and get the fresh blades in a second, and all we're going to be doing is actually cutting these out, because there's no way you're going to be able to remove them normally with the methods that you would normally use. Now, going straight into the comments, we've obviously had Goggy in. He says, hey, then he said, can't hear you. Then I changed my settings, then he said, can hear you, giving me a laughing emoji. And now we've got two wheels, one idiot saying evening, good evening. And there are 28 of you watching and in right now. So good evening to all of you. Once you've got some more people in, maybe some more people commenting, then let's get straight into it and either start working on the vans or answering your questions. Like I say, I'm here to answer your questions regarding camper van conversions and all manner of things like that. We've got Urban Arc Overland in. He is brilliant. He's a friend of ours, and if you haven't seen his YouTube channel, I recommend you go and see it. He says, hey mate, good evening Aidan, nice to see you, and thank you for your advice earlier. We had a quick conversation earlier, but yeah, we are here to start removing things, removing this glass. Michael Williams is in. Good evening, Michael. He says, are you keeping the glass? I definitely am, and I'll show you why in a minute. In fact, I can show you that right now. But first of all, before we do that, and remind me to show you why, what are you guys drinking? It's one of the questions we always ask on our Q&A. What are you drinking tonight? I am drinking a beer that I got actually for Valentine's Day. Now, this is Longboard Island Lager, 4.6%, just a little tinny. KonaBrewingCo.com. Beautiful beer, actually, really, really nice beer. So I thought I'd join you all this evening with a drink on a Sunday evening and say, hey, how's it going? and this is what I'm drinking. So if you want to let me know what you're drinking, leave it down in the comments, and we can start off the conversation like that as well. We've got Paul Harrison, he says evening. Anthony Hart says evening. Good open day again. Yes, Anthony, we did have a good open day. He is talking about our new showroom. That's right, Combe Valley Campers have now opened a showroom down in East Sussex where we have on display 7 camper van interiors, all in different formats. We have 2 working diesel heaters on display. We have the Urban Arc Overland tyre table mounted to a tyre in the showroom, so you can see it. We've got Fiamma awnings, ply panels, sound deadening, carpeting. We stock Ridge Monkey gear, all of that sort of stuff, and that is now in our showroom. And we had our second open day yesterday down in East Sussex, and it's awesome. Anthony says, not even been to the showroom, but one of the best ideas in the camper van market to date. Thank you very much. That's really, really good of you. We will be putting dates out as to when we will be doing further open days, and we're going to make a bit of an event out of it as well. So we'll get a coffee wagon down, maybe like a burger van too, just so you can come down and have a chill out, which I think will be fine. Urban Arc Overland says, dream family camper, ? No budget, go. Now, my absolute dream family camper would be to convert like a 1950s, 1960s bus. You know, like the bus from Speed or the bus from The Italian Job. Something really full of character, and just do a resto mod on it. So maybe like a modern truck chassis with modern suspension, a really good modern day diesel engine and an automatic transmission, and just cruise all of Europe around, go around the places with all the reliability, but all of the character of like a 1950s, 1960s coach, effectively. Maybe something that you can maybe hide a little beach buggy inside or something like that. But the dream family camper for me, Aidan, thank you very much for asking, is like converting a 1950s, 1960s bus. And in fact, there's a YouTube channel who I follow. Gosh, what's his name? I need to remember his name. If you watch him, you'll know. And he's currently converting like a 1950s rear engine coach, beautiful thing. And he's somebody who is converting like old school Audis, DKP cars. He's a VW guy, I think, as well. Really, really cool channel. I'll try and find it and let you know in the comments later on. But we have Russ104 in. He says, evening. James says, good evening, Lee. Good evening, all of you. What are you drinking, guys? What are you drinking tonight? I have, like I said, Longboard Island Lager. It was a Valentine's gift from my wife. Brewed by Brasser Par, Kona Brewing, Portland, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, USA. Bloody lovely, actually. So yeah, and in the theme of being American, I've got one of my Hoonigan teas on today, the Kill All Tires Hoonigan tea, which probably didn't go unnoticed. I'm a big fan of Hoonigan, and we're working in a roundabout way with Wheel Pros USA, and I got sent a ton of merch, so I thought I'd wear one of these today. Paul Harris is in. He says, carpeted my van after watching your video, was surprised how well it went. Well, congratulations, Paul, that is awesome, well done. That's really, really cool. Oh, brilliant. Aidan's been an absolute legend right now. He says, hey all, 3 dots in the top right hand corner, then thumbs up. Hope it helps the channel. Thank you so much. Do you know what, Aidan? Apparently, if you just double tap the screen, this is another method somebody told me another day. If you double tap the screen, apparently that gives a thumbs up as well. So if you wouldn't mind doing that, if you are watching and you want to give it a bit of a support, either the 3 dots top right hand corner or double tap the screen if you're watching like a phone or tablet. Apparently that actually gives a thumbs up to the video as well. Not just a thumbs up in the comments, but a thumbs up, double tap on the screen. That is awesome. Aidan says, yes, it did. Nice. Thank you very much, my man. Who else we got in? Dub says, evening Lee, how's things? Just brewing up the tea. Perfect. Ham Radio Mobile says, evening from that ham radio van guy. Lovely to see you all. Thank you so much for joining again this evening. So we are nearly 10 minutes in. For those of you who are tuning in who've not seen this before, my name is Lee. This is the Combe Valley Campers channel. On Sundays, we do a Q&A. You ask me questions about vans and camper vans, etc., etc. And yeah, I answer them for you. And we work on some old junk as well, namely this 1969 Westfalia Bay window. Aidan, just to throw the question back at you, my man, What is your dream family camper? No budget, go. In fact, I'm going to open that question out to all of you, and all of you who respond with your dream camper van down below, I will read it out, and then everybody can do some comments as well. That will be brilliant. I would love to know your dream camper van. If there was money, no object, dream family camper, what would you build it out of and how would it go? And then where would you travel with it? I think that would work brilliantly. Dub says, did you sort Bruce in time? Do you know what? Yes and no. Yes and no. So those who watched the last live video, I think, Dubs, it was the last live video we did. I was actually doing the headliner on Bruce, my green Beetle. And if you want to watch that, go down to our live videos on the channel. I did a lot on that car, actually. I did a lot. And I did complete the headlining. The thing I got stuck on, because it was something like 6 in the morning, because I did work all the way through the night into Monday morning, I got stuck on fitting the window trims and rubbers, and what I really should have done was taken my time and not do it at 6 AM. That's the sort of job you need to do fully corpus mentis without having no sleep. So yeah. Right, so I've just asked the question, what would your dream van build be? Aidan has come back from Urban Arc Overland. He says Mercedes Sprinter, all-wheel drive, single cab with a box body from RRE Global. RRE Global is not a business or a company I've heard of, so I'm going to have to check them out. He says loads of space while keeping a lot of capability. That sounds rad. Russ24 says, I've wanted a Citroen H van since I was at primary school. Nice, great style, like it. Ham Radio Mobile says, I'm all ready to carpet. Bit nervous, so that's my job for Friday coming. Well done. Anthony Hart says, big yellow American school bus, loads of windows, rooftop decking. Pucker. Two Wheels One Idiot says, Unimog, post-zombie apocalypse survivor escape truck. That's awesome. Yeah, see, something, although I said something with a modern drivetrain, you really want something that's mechanical, don't you? Like a mechanical diesel with a mechanical pump. The moment you start getting all electric and ECUs, you're not surviving any zombie apocalypse, are you? Goggy says, this €1 million bus that has a little car underneath, crazy beautiful. You don't need your house after that unless travels, yes please. Yeah, excellent. Taxi driver's in, good evening. He says, good evening Leigh, what a beautiful sunny day. I went to my miniature railway club at Ashton Court, Bristol. This is a club members day, first one of the year, open public rides next Sunday. That sounds awesome. Nice one. I like the sound of that. So, if nobody else is commenting regarding their buses or their dream camper vans that they would absolutely love, if you didn't hear already, mine was to convert like a 50s, 60s coach into my dream house / travel wagon. I would love that. And I've been keeping an eye on things on the likes of Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. And it's just never the right time, is it? Never the right time. But something like an old Bedford in the UK or something similar, I think that'd be fantastic. Right, so what are you drinking, boys? Girls? What are we all drinking? Thank you very much for tuning in, by the way. It's very, very nice to spend time with you on a Sunday evening. And what we're going to do today is start cracking on with the work in here. Now, if you take a little nosy in there, you will see how I've started cleaning up. Now, it's a big job, so I haven't done as much as I really wanted to. But if you have a look in here, if you remember how crappy and rusty all of this was looking, I've actually started cleaning it right up. And this area here, do you know what? Let's bring you in. Let's bring you in and take a look, because it should be light enough. That is definitely a door that needs greasing, right? Right, let me flip you around and show you what we've done. Actually, the light's not bad in here at all. So, for those of you who were here last time, this whole van had a dirty, stinking, horrible interior. And everything here, in fact, it started to go a little bit orange again. So I definitely need to seal this up. There's obviously been some moisture in here. But basically, all of this area looked like this. And I've been slowly but surely cleaning it up. I'm a bit sad that it started to tinge a little bit of orange already. Maybe I didn't clean it off enough after. But even all of these areas here, look how clean it's looking compared to that sort of area. Now this is some glue over spray, but we had similar in here too. And then all down in here, that was just full of like mouse poop. It looked worse than this, but I've been cleaning it all up, making it nice, revealing the original paint, and that's going to be the theme for the whole thing. Yeah, that's definitely, I didn't dry that properly, that's why that started to go. But what a huge improvement on here. So all of this area, that's although clean, sorry, although tarnished and crappy looking, is clean, but it did, all of this area here looked like that. So you can see the methods we were using with the likes of Scotch Brite, bleach and everything else has come up really nice. I've done in that footwell down there, that's come out super clean, and that's not dirt, that's just sort of metal staining. All of this is now super clean, all of it, even in there, look, that's all come out clean. I've vacuumed and scooped out of here, but yeah, you can start to see some really nice stuff. So all of this will be prepped and painted. I'm definitely going to have to do some rust removal, but I was looking at these areas here, like I really want to clean that up, but I can't do that without removing the glass, and I can't do that side without removing the glass. So this is the aim today. This is what we're going to take you through today, is sorting out this glass here. So let's get you mounted up. Yeah, because I'll show you for why. Let's bring you back out here. Yeah, this garage has got a bit more cramped because the bikes have made their way out of storage, so we can start doing family rides, and then all our camping gear is in here as well. So this is kind of what I've got to work with. My diesel heater's running. You can see that's the fuel tank, and my diesel heater's running in here, just blowing out of right down there. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Hang on, I need to swap you around, don't I? Is that light irritating, or is that okay? Right, here we go. What have we got going on? Right, comments. Paul Harris says, coffee, I'm about to go to work on a night shift. Yeah, keep that coffee going. Ricardo's in. He says, good evening, nice to see you. Are the family well? T5 Air Ride 4Motion, 500 to 1,000 horsepower, slimline carbon fibre pop top and full camper conversion. Ricardo, that is a big ask, but that is a dream camper van right there. The Ramblings of John says, evening boss, good evening. Taxi driver says, a big stein of Earl Grey tea on the go, excellent. Russ104 says, talking of cleaning, any tips for removing sound deadening / insulation? My T4 needs some welding. Elbow grease and some tools. Sorry, I'm going to clean the lens there, that seems a little bit, is that better? Yeah, some elbow grease and scrapers and some heat, and then to clean up any residue you're looking at either our new Vanish sticky remover or some white spirits or some brake cleaner, and in an extreme case you want to do some thinners, all with microfiber towels, so it picks up all of the last bits and pieces of sound deadening. Right, so let's get on with these windows. I'm going to attempt to shut this door. Now when the van turned up to me, this door was off, the bottom bracket had snapped. So if I can try and slam this, wait for it. Aha, it worked. Not the best body lines. Elbow grease and some Vanish, yeah, it says Ramblings of John. 2 wheels, 1 idiot, warm it up first. Yep, great. Russ104 says thanks. 2 wheels, 1 idiot suggested warm it up first. Yeah, absolutely. Good suggestions, gentlemen, ladies. Right, so if I can get the camera at a decent angle, again, I've not got a huge amount of room here. This is the offside window, and I know you're flipped because you're on the camera there. This is a left-hand drive car, so the sliding door is on the offside, and this is the rear offside window. Now, I will show you how bad these rubbers are. Whoops, do excuse me. So have a look at this. So we need to start exploring this rust down here, and that is meant to be a window rubber. You can see how dried and cracked that is. So our aim is to get that out today. And this is the big thing we need to contend with. Look at that for a body dent. So we have got to, first of all, try and remove that bit. Now, using the limited tools I have here, there is a Phillips screw right there that I have to undo. This one that is here has already snapped off. See, that's loose. So that's half a job that I don't have to do. But yeah, I need to remove a screw there. Then this panel should lift off, and then I'll have better access to this window. Can you see it's all sort of beaten up? But we know this is an area we're going to have to treat. What I reckon is, over time, dirt and debris and moss and leaves and needles fell in here, then got wet over time, and then just rotted out this window frame. I can actually see right through there. So let's try and get this off and see what we can do. There we go. Find a big Phillips screwdriver, or at least a Phillips screwdriver. This isn't going to work very well at all. I'm going to try my best though. I'm going to put this on the drill tool. See if I can do this. There is no room in here today, not one bit. So let's move that. Take the brush off of there. Let's see what I can do. I don't think that's even going to go in the slightest. I'm going to put a bit of WD-40 on it. My friend Graham's in. No, he's not. That was a WhatsApp message. Gee, if you're watching, good evening. I just saw your message. Right, have some mole grips. A little trick I learned off of YouTube is, if you can't get a screw or a bolt out, just try and clamp some mole grips on it. And I'm not saying this is going to work, because it's unlikely to. But it may well, because it's a big screw. Right, that's on the whole screw there. So let's see if I can bring you down with me. So that's clamped onto that screw. Let's see if we can get a wiggle out of it. Do it with my strong hand. Oh, I'm getting a wiggle, look. That's cool, can you see that? That's just moving in there. Yes. Bit of WD on there. Well, I'd be able to do that with the driver now. Not yet. Let's try the mole grips again. There's no really any place I can mount you. So I'm going to have to bring you back here. You sort of see what I'm up to now. Joys of restoration. Every bolt is going to be like this. So I'm just wiggling that off now to a point where hopefully it will come undone with a screwdriver. moving. Can you imagine, this bolt probably hasn't come undone, or this screw probably hasn't come undone in 30 years. I mean, that would take you to what, 95? And who knows how long this thing's been sat without anybody working on it. Is that going to come undone now? Didn't come undone with the driver. Have to go back to manual. Just gonna have to work it out thread by thread. Taxi driver says good squirt of plus gas will shift anything. Yeah, absolutely. I don't have plus gas, unfortunately. I think the threads are so mullered above this. If I can just work that out of the thread, I think she'll go. The fact that I've got it moving is a huge start. And that's loose now. Making progress. It's nearly there. So what have you guys been up to? Have you been camping this weekend? I know there's been a lot of people camping this weekend, which has been quite fun. We were invited, however we were doing the showroom. And it was pretty cold this weekend, wasn't it? Certainly was down here in southeast. What's the weather been like up your end? It's nearly there. Here she comes. She is. Didn't even strip it. Can that focus on there? Can you see that? Actually managed to get it out of there. Very happy with that. That will go in the bulk tray. Now hopefully, I'll just put that there for a minute. I'll clip it there so I know where it is. Hopefully this should come off. Bloody bolt in there, isn't there? Damn! I think I've got to undo that from the inside. Yep, there's a bolt in there. Forgot about that. There's a little M8 right in there, look. And that attaches to that screw right there. So let's see if I can undo that. Right, comments. Wayne Robinson says, evening all, drinking a nice cup of tea after a weekend on my van. Well done. Goggy says, have you seen the new way of cleaning? It's like sandblasting with dry CO2. Amazing with rust removal. No, what I have seen is the ice blasting. I know Herbs Resto does that. It's incredible. Dub says, been on the van, getting ready for Volkswagen next Sunday. Hoovering polish and all that stuff. Brilliant. I'm not going to make Volkswagen, despite it being just down the road from me, because I'm running the Hastings Half Marathon on Sunday next week. So me probably having a beer is not a great idea. However, the Hastings Half Marathon, if you are willing to support, I will be running it for our local hospice, St Michael's Hospice, and I'll be putting some details out because we're going to do like a GoFundMe. I'm going to do it in honour of a friend of mine who died late last year, early this year, named Fids. If you remember, we did a video with him on our channel regarding the Fiamma bike rack. Fids is a world famous BMXer, and he lost a very short but very aggressive fight with cancer. I think it was between Christmas and New Year he passed, bless him. So he spent a very little amount of time in the hospice, but the time he spent there was very, very good. And yeah, I'm going to support St Michael's Hospice, which is our local hospice, on the Hastings Half Marathon next week. So if you're keen, I'll put up a GoFundMe link to help with sponsoring the event. Cheers and rest in peace, Fids. Let's go and get the tools for this. See what I got. I'm sure that's an 8mm spanner. I'll use the WD-40 wherever I just put that. Did you see where I just put the... It's there. That's where I put the WD. I'm going to put a little squiz on there. A little squiz in here. If I can get my 8mm on there and a screwdriver on the inside. Bear with this 1 second. Oh, I can get it to it really easy there, look. Oh, that's not even an 8 anymore. That's because that's a 9. Idiot. There's my 8. Brilliant. So that's going to go on there. So you might be wondering why we didn't have our video today, and that is because we had a couple of issues with uploading a video today. We've got a really good video, it was meant to go out today, but unfortunately right at the last minute we had some issues uploading it, so it's not here. Right, let's see if we can do this. Let's see if I can put you in another location. Gosh, there's really no space in here anymore. Alright, do excuse me, gents, ladies. Just have a look at the top of the carriage. There we go, let's put you there. Maybe. How's that? Let's see if I can undo this screw. So I'm just doing sort of forward and reverse on the drill. Taxi driver says, in Bath this morning we had a covering of frost, cold but sunshine. Richard Barry says, been cold overnight but can't comment on during the days and working nights. Taxi driver says, is there a modification you could do, chance you have, need to remove it at a later date? It was Bath's half marathon today. No, I think, I know what you're saying. Is there a modification you can do to make this job easier? Not really. It's kind of the way that it is, you know. but that's working. Me going backwards and forwards, it's actually working, he says. Bugger. I think that's just spun. Might have to get the mole grips out again. Is that going to work that way? Drill. It's going real well, eh? Yes. Second rusty bolt off. There you go, that's off there. Unwind that from its home. Actually bent. It's not a good look, is it? However, another job down. Right, let's see if we can close this door and put you back in the same place as we were before. Ready? There you go, you've got a complete tour of my garage and my garage floor. Aha, right. Unfortunately, as I dropped the phone, it pressed the mute button. Hopefully that's good. So let's go back to the comments. Paulie C's Adventure says, Van Diesel Dub from Insta here. Just want to say a massive thank you to your videos on YouTube. You've literally saved me thousands as I was able to implement what I learned into my own build. Rad. That's why we do it, dude. That's exactly why we do it, Paulie. Dub says, shop looks good, we'll have to have a visit, saving it till payday. Lovely. And then telling me no sound, etc, etc. Paulie C says, that's better, lol. Super. Right. See if we can take this off again. Oh, shit. That was the only thing, that bolt was the only thing keeping it on. Oh, man. Oh no! Buy an old Volkswagen, they said. It would be great. It would be great, this is. Right, so, what we've got going on here. Oh man, there's all sorts of broken stuff. Right. So, this piece here is designed to slot into this piece. This piece here is meant to be attached to there, but it is no longer attached to there because that there is the metalwork from here. However, I'm not too phased because we knew that had to be replaced anyway. And there you go, there is an adjustment screw right there, and I believe you have to undo that one as well. And that tightens the whole thing together. Well, it's off, and that was one of the things we wanted to do. But the whole thick piece of metal, that U-channel piece there, I can reuse that, so that needs cleaning, then re-welding back onto this window frame when we repair the window frame. And let me show you what we're talking about. Ooh, Cam says, I bought a bus today, can I show you? I don't know if we can join up whilst live. Maybe message me on my Instagram. Right, so here we go. That is what's left. This here should be a right-angled piece of metal that then leads into this lip. It should look like this. In fact, you can see there where the last spot weld was hanging on for dear life. Now this looks awful, doesn't it? It's really not that bad. But this should be all one piece of metal, and that U channel should be on there. But on the plus side, this big piece of metal right here, that's in fairly good nick, and it's not bent. This bit's bent, but this bit isn't, so that's good. I'm happy with that. Now I can see on here this mechanism, can you see that's cracked? So that'll need replacing. In fact, you can see how that's moving around. Do you know what? I think I just binned one of these as well. That's irritating, isn't it? But you can get these good used. So in the meantime, I think I'll just throw a squiz of WD on there. So it's all moving and the least amount of resistance as possible. So then hopefully there should be a little roller wheel in there that needs greasing as well. And then that slams on there, and then that should clip into here, into this bit. You see that bit? Ready? There you go. A nice body line all the way down. Super. In fact, that's not a bad body line at all, is it? So let's work at getting this bit out, shall we? I'm going to have a sup on my beer again. Right, let's go back to the comments whilst you're looking at the atrocities. Cam says, I just bought a bus. Oh, apparently Cam's bus restored 17 years in immaculate condition. Nice. Very cool. Right. Who wants to get onto the good stuff then? Should we start cutting junk out? Aha! Now, somebody asked earlier why I'm keeping the glass. That's why I'm keeping the glass. You can't buy VW logo glass anymore. Where is it? Come on. There you go. How cool is that? Love that sort of thing. Right, so I have my Stanley blade. How good is the blade in it? Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So now our job is to slice out this rubber. I'm not hoping for a lot, but if I can just get in there, slicing off this front piece, this comes. There she is. And that's what's left of the rubber. See, that rubber is 1969. Cam says, yes, got to keep it all original, brother. He says, taking a break now, but trying to get it running in a snowstorm. In a snowstorm? Where are you based, Cam? So my aim is to just cut this rubber out, because there's no chance that's ever going to be supple enough to be able to be removed. And some people might be wondering, are you going to get it restored? Are you going to get it repainted? So I don't want to get it repainted. I really want to keep as much as I can in terms of paint and patina and everything else. But I have a very good guy locally to me, and he is going to be doing the welding repair work for me. I cannot wait for that. It's getting pretty filth already. Come a bit closer. Come a bit closer. You see what I've removed now? That's the area I have removed. she comes. That bit's a bit more supple, but that was still never going to keep the water out, was it? There she is. Now I've got to be careful because that's all the rubbers cut out. Hopefully this will come out with no drama. Whoa, sticky. This is where it messes up completely and I'm completely screwed. I'm going to try, oh there we go, cutting it away from the glass edge now, because they were probably hermetically sealed to each other. If I can run a blade around the edge, that should just pop out. Hopefully that's it. You ready? Here we go. Ta-da! Wowzers. I'm going to slot that. Just in there for now, so we can see how good or bad this really is. I've seen worse. I've seen worse on younger buses, but it's probably worse on Bully. Right, my vacuum is right here, so I think I'm just going to plug the vacuum right in. And then I'll be able to show you what I mean. Right, if I unplug this, am I going to ruin everything? Nope. Right, so let's show you what's going on. So here we go. That looks pretty horrific, doesn't it? However, what's nice is this edge is still really good. If I look at it from the inside, that edge is actually really solid. Over here, focus. It's just the outside bit of metalwork, and I'm pretty certain we could get away with just replacing that bit. There's some of the inner structure there. That's actually a seatbelt mount in there. If you look, there's one over there. So that's the back of the equivalent one this side. So if I turn on my vacuum, think that's that bad. Yeah, some rusties and crusties. There's literally that bit. It's literally that goes around here. I bet you can find the panel pretty easy. And then what we want to do, if I show you this bit around here. Oh, very quickly, had a comment. Sally Smith says, evening. I have an etiquette question. Years ago I had a 69 bug and waving to other drivers was mandatory. Now I have the van, the waves are rare. Where did the waves go? Tonight I'm on fizzy water. I still drive a classic VW daily. My VW is 1981, 1982, and I get a lot of waves because it's classic. If I drive this thing around, this will be a waving car. I have a 72 bug that I'm going to start putting on the road in the next couple of weeks. I reckon that will be a waving car, but modern vans aren't, because most modern vans are driven by builders and contractors and things like that, and they couldn't give a damn about the wave. However, when we're out in a modern van, we do try our best. Right, let's adjust this a second. See if we can get some more angle. There we go. Cool. So, taxi driver says, how much will be cut out? I reckon, again, I'll bring you back. I reckon, and I want to cut out as little as possible. See how this is all, although it doesn't look it, that's all fairly solid. I want to literally cut out here. And it's only going to be this bit we need to replace, maybe delving down to down here. But like I say, I know some clever people. You can see the spot welds for that bit. Where was it? Where'd I put it? Where's the big bit I took off earlier? Down there. So the bit that's on the back of that, you can see where the spot welds would have been. Here, here, here. There's 1, 2, 3 there as well. They're the spot welds. And then there was some out back. But yeah, I don't think... Like, I've seen worse. Let's put it that way. I have seen a lot worse. But this area is quite big. You can't really see. You can't really tell, but if I was to put a straight edge on it, there you go. That's quite the dent. That should be straight all the way along there. And there's some finger gaps going on. That's it at its deepest. That was a huge dent here. So what I'm hoping is, you see how it's creased the inside of the bodywork there as well. A huge crease in there. So what I'm hoping is, you might be able to cut something out of here, push that back out, push this back out. Again, I'm hopeful. See how it goes, eh? We'll see how it goes. There's not really much more damage on it. There's some damage down in the wings. Come on, tools. Right, put you on there. Put you on there. Move you out of the way. I mean, that's how much room we've got to play with. But yeah, there's not much. I mean, I might just be talking myself out of this. But I think for a vehicle of this age, there's not a massive amount to do. Right, going back to the comments. Dub says, T4 still wave. Russ104 says, I'll second the T4 waving, although I do sometimes get taken by surprise by a van of a different vintage having a wave. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Right, where's my drink? Right. So, that's what I wanted to show you today, was cutting out that window. Did you enjoy it? What did you think? Do you think I'm absolutely stupid and crazy for trying to think that this is not a bad idea after all? Or are you feeling the hope, the passion that hopefully this thing will come good? I'm not daunted by it, let's put it that way. I'm not daunted by it. Anything's fixable given enough time and money. But I can work with people, work for people, to exchange services, etc., to try and get this done. But yeah, I'm happy with it. We've now got 2 windows gone from this side. That's the sliding door one. Can't remember where that is. I think it's up here somewhere. And now this rearmost window, which was the worst, admittedly. I need to remove the windscreen. That's not going to be today. But I need to remove the windscreen one because I want to see if we've got this sort of rot down on the windscreen as well. I don't think we do. But yeah, we need to remove that at some stage. There's all of this we've got to remove, clean up. Obviously that can't be repaired. That's dead now, but I might even be able to just find one part of the casting and then swap all the bits over. So if you're watching this and you have a left-hand drive, 69 bay, and you have this bit, I can bring you down, and you have this bit for sale, please let me know because I'm going to need it. And also if you're watching and you know of this panel, I'll do my own research, but if you know of this panel, please leave it down in the comments. But yeah, I'm pretty chuffed. I'm looking forward to it getting less damp down here. Like I said before, we're on the south coast. It's a bit damp. And I'd rather not have all my work go even more rusty. Let's put it that way. I don't think it's bad. Like I say, maybe I'm talking myself out of it. Right, Dub says, more hope than regret is always good. Yeah, absolutely. Motivate says, you're not crazy, buddy. Sharing what you love with like-minded people, community. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much. On that note, and on the community, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me once again. We're coming up to very nearly 1 hour. We've got about 2 minutes to go. Is there any more questions you wanted to ask me before we leave? Regarding camper vans, the channel, our showroom, what we're doing, what we're selling, what we can offer. I'm here for the next 2 minutes to sort of help you out. Ricardo Alien says, have you sourced new window rubber or are you doing it in-house? It'll all be worth it in the end. No, I do have some window rubbers, but these are pretty rudimental. They're just plain black window rubbers. I'll be using parts from Heritage Parts Centre. So yes, you can get those really quite easily. But yeah, in America, I think in America they call it the nickel and dime expenses. You know, you think you've got all the big key items done, like engine and all this, that and the other. Oh, that's another thing. I found an engine for this. But all the nickel and dime parts are the things that sort of kill you. But no, there's going to be some odds and sods we've got to buy for this. But I just look forward to getting on with it. Should we clean this panel up next week? Make this white again? I think that'd be good fun. Right, people. Lots of love to you all. It's not been the busiest one today, but there was no sort of pre-warning. We were meant to have a 6 p.m. video out tonight. It didn't happen, so we went live at 8 p.m. instead. But I always love hanging out with you guys. If you wanted to support us for the Hastings Half Marathon, please let me know. I will be putting up a Patreon, not Patreon, what's it called? GoFundMe. I'll be putting a GoFundMe on all of the social media. So if you'd like to help, please do so. It would be wonderful. Any and all helps. Just lastly here, we've got taxi driver saying, I would like to see a video of the repair work. We can sort that out. Dubs, have a great week all, and cheers for the stream. You are more than welcome. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me. And if you are watching this and you still haven't given us a thumbs up yet, or you've enjoyed the content, please double tap the screen, and that should instantly give the video a like. Or if you've got the 3 dots up in the top right hand corner, you can press that and say like video. But in reality, if you just double tap the screen, that should give the video a like, which helps us out massively. Thank you once again to everybody. It's been lovely to join you on this Sunday evening. I hope you've liked what we've done here, answered a few questions as well. So yeah, lovely, and thank you for also giving me your input on your dream vans. We'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Last comment. Taxi driver says good night and God bless all. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye bye.